Welcome to Tea and Conversation Live. I am Candy Lowe, and this is where we sip, speak, and keep the conversation real. Grab your cup and let's talk.
And we are live. Go ahead on. You heard it. Grab that cup and settle in for tea and conversation with some wonderful conversations this afternoon. We are streaming live right now. And we are so glad that you're spending your afternoon with us, your evening with us, because we got a lot of people that's going to come back and watch this amazing show. No matter where you're listening from, watching from, welcome to the show. And I have on with me my Scorpio sister, my friend, Miss D, the job coach, Margaret DeBellotte. How you doing, sis?
I'm doing great over here in Bel Air,
I
uh,
hear you.
looking at the pool, not getting in it today.
Oh, isn't that like the real life? Like the real life.
hmm
Oh,
I live a
you
great
can't.
life and I'm very fortunate and I'm very grateful.
Yes, I love. Well, you know this. I love the water. If I could be on a beachfront, waterfront every single day, I would. But I live that through you when I get a chance to talk with you and you're talking about the beach or the water or walking down the sidewalk and seeing the beautiful palm trees. I just absolutely love it.
Well,
Yep,
thank you for
yep.
joining me.
Oh, absolutely. As many times as I can. Margaret, give us a little bit about you because you have an amazing event coming up, but I want you to tell our Tea and Conversation audience a little bit about you first.
Well, some people know that I'm a brownstone Brooklyn girl. That's
Mhm,
where I was born, grew up, spent some time in the Midwest, moved all the way out to Albuquerque
mhm,
and came back to Florida. I lived in Florida twice now. I went to Flagler Palm Coast High School and spent some time in the Midwest. And after I had some different things happen, life shows up, I
mhm,
moved back to Florida. My family has been in Tampa for over 30 years. My uncle had a restaurant in Ybor City. Some people know it, the Calderon. And I've after after being the a program administrator at the
mhm.
Clearwater Housing Authority, somebody said, "You hate your job. Why don't you quit?" I said, "You sound like me." One of my professions, after being in HR for a long time, I became Miss D, the job coach. That's how most people know me today, Coach D.
Mhm. Right.
I tell people, live your life, your dreams, live your dreams. And my friend said to me, "Why aren't you living your dreams?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Have you
Mhm.
ever thought about trucking?" My face lit up like a 1,000-watt light bulb. I didn't necessarily like the job I was at.
Mhm.
And I said, "Well, what do I need to do to drive a truck?" Yeah, 18 wheeler, 53-foot trailer. Nobody knew that about me. And my dad, rest his soul, went to his grave not knowing why the truckers used to blow at him because I was sitting in the back seat. You know the thing that kids do? They pull their arm and the truckers blow for them. That was what I always did. And none of my family knew. I went to school, learned to drive an 18 wheeler,
Mhm.
and I did that for 3 years. Lived my dream. Candy Low, you were riding with me. The shirt that I wear says hashtag change the world because I decided that's what I wanted to do was change the world.
Right.
And I had a shirt for you and it
Right.
rode all over the United States because I drove all 48 states.
Right. I remember that. I remember that.
Me and Pete had your
Yes.
shirt.
Absolutely. I remember that. It's funny how you say in the truck when you pull the lever string, whatever that is, you guys
Mhm.
pull. When I
Blow the
was growing
horn.
up, hmm when I was growing up, we lived by the railroad tracks, and when the train would come, my brother and I and other children in the neighborhood, we would run down at the train by the train area, and the caboose at the end. We would say, "Throw me some chalk," and the guy would throw chalk, these big clumps of chalk, and we would write in the streets with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I doubt if they do that anymore. Kids probably don't know anything about that. So that reminded me of my childhood when you were saying that. And yeah, I like that.
Well,
And
you know what's
I
funny? You know
what's
what's
that?
funny is I worked for the railroad as well.
Really?
And I did when I lived in St. Louis. I told you I lived in the Midwest. When I
Mm-hmm.
lived when I lived in the Midwest, I didn't drive. Ooh, no, I did not drive the train. But I worked in the technologies division that reported to people where their freight was.
Right.
Yep. So I worked for the railroad also. And uh, people don't know how powerful those trains are.
Yes.
And I would see kids running down the side, and yeah, they would throw stuff. And I actually think it was coal that they were throwing at them.
Mm.
And yeah, so that was a great job for me also.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminds me of
Absolutely.
Christmas. There's a Christmas movie about kids getting on this train, and
Yes.
yeah, and so
The
many things.
Yeah, the Polar Express. I love it.
Yes, the Polar Express, that's the one.
Yes.
So many things just collide and make great memories. I tell people, take pictures and make
Mm-hmm.
memories.
Right.
When you're people I spent some time in the hospital last year. Some people know about my health situation, and that's what took me away from driving the big truck. And those memories in my phone, I sent pictures. I have so many pictures, Candy Low, of you and I together over the years,
Mm-hmm.
and all the things that we did. I've been sharing pictures on my Facebook page, on my LinkedIn page, about
Mm-hmm.
people that have impacted me over the years, people who have given me a chance to learn about what's going on, in the city of Tampa. Because I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really know anything about Tampa. I knew that my dad lived here and my uncle had the restaurant, but I didn't know really anything about Tampa. But I'll tell you what, I always wanted to be on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that I learned about you was 88.5 WMNF.
Okay.
I was on Walter Smith's show, and he asked me, he gave me my first mic,
Oh wow.
and he said, "You need to know about Candy Lowe." I said, "Who is she?" He said, "The Black Business Bus Tour,
Hmm.
Tea and
Wow.
Conversation." I
Wow.
said, "I don't know nothing about that lady." He said, "Let me tell you, here's a number. Need to call her up."
Just like that, huh?
Just like that. Just like that in the studio.
Wow.
So just take take advantage. Take advantage of the opportunities that people give you. You never know.
Right. Right. I totally agree. I totally agree. Let me ask because listen. I'm excited. I remember when you did your first summit, the empowerment summit, a few years back, and I can't believe it's that time of year again to get ready for the upcoming year for the next empowerment summit. Tell us a little bit about how you got started with this idea of having an empowerment summit in the Tampa Bay area.
Well, what's really funny is you mentioned me walking on the beach. My
Mm,
co-founder, Cree Perryman, she also is a Scorpio. Her birthday is the day before mine.
okay.
And she used to watch me walking on the beach.
Mm,
She lives in Dallas, Texas. So here you have city meets country.
wow.
And she said, you know what? We need to have a conference. I said, we need to have a conference? She said, yeah, we need to have a women's event. That's what she wanted.
Hmm.
She didn't know who she was talking to
Wow. Right.
because I put the whole thing together by myself, told her what day it was, and she had to go explain to her husband why they were coming to Tampa. But her husband is
Wow.
a wonderful man. When you come to the summit, you'll get to meet Uncle Mark. That's what he's known as today. And uh Cree Perryman and her husband drove. You hear me? Got in the car and drove to Tampa from Dallas,
Wow.
Texas. That's how the Empowerment Summit started. And they thought it was
Mm.
going to be a little women's conference.
What did you say? A little women's conference.
That's what they thought.
Hmm.
They got here and they saw all the people and they saw the hotel and they saw, I don't do nothing little. Scorpios don't do that. We don't do nothing little.
Mm-mm.
We don't have no little business. We don't have no little nothing. And she found out when they came here from Texas.
Hmm.
So the
Wow.
Empowerment Summit is a big deal. And she thought it was a women's conference. People see empowerment and they suddenly think women. It's not a women's conference.
Hmm.
It's women and men getting in the same room together to learn how to talk with each other. Men and
Right.
women need to get in the rooms together, support each other's businesses. And this year, every year we have a theme. This year's theme is paradigm shift,
Okay. I like that.
because in these times that we are having, we need to have a paradigm shift
Absolutely.
with our hearts, our minds, our businesses, our communities. We need to start
Hmm.
thinking about the world differently. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the lineup this year.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about the people. When you see the flyer is behind me. When you
Hmm.
see the flyer on the Empowerment Summit page, I'm going to encourage you to find the page on Facebook. I'm going to encourage you to find the flyer on Eventbrite. You'll see some links. And what I want to tell you is this is a international conference. The keynote speaker is coming from Curacao. She came to the last Empowerment Summit. I was announcing
Wow.
where people were coming from, how far away, because we had some people
Hmm.
come from Colorado. We had people coming from Texas. We had
Right.
people coming from all around the I-4 corridor. And she came to me very, very respectfully and
Mm.
said, you didn't mention Curacao. I said, what do you mean? She says, we came from Curacao, she and her daughter.
Hmm.
And I had to go back to the mic and correct myself. Listen, you can correct me. I'm fine with that. Raina Joe is wonderful. I attended her conference via Zoom this
Hmm.
year, and she will be our keynote speaker. This
Okay.
is the first. She speaks three languages that I know of. My co-founder is the black girl that speaks Spanish. The MC, Fab the vegan, he's bilingual.
He's been with you before, hasn't
Yes,
he?
he was a speaker last year. Hmm.
Okay.
He was a speaker last time, so he's the MC
Hmm.
now. That's
Okay.
another thing I want people to know. People who come to this conference, they grow up in it.
Right.
My
Right.
first year, Ricky Burney
Hmm.
didn't know a thing about me, but I was enthusiastically talking to people about the Empowerment Summit, and he bought a ticket and he sat in my seat. The
Hmm.
second year, he had written a book
That's right.
and he was a speaker.
Hmm.
Now he's a keynote speaker. He was a speaker at Toba this year,
Hmm.
if people know what Toba is here in Tampa Bay.
Hmm.
And he wrote me a very nice testimonial about how the Empowerment Summit impacted his confidence in his speaking.
Wow. I love it. I love it. I love it.
This is a
Let me.
thing that is very near and dear to my
Hmm.
heart.
Hmm.
We always raise money for a local charity. Uh, Last time it was a good friend of yours. You know who it was?
No.
Mitchell. Cece
Pray.
Mitchell. Cece Mitchell.
Cecilia. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
I tell people, I don't know if I can raise money for you, but I can give you a mic and raise awareness about your organization.
Right. Right.
Sometimes that's what you need is just
Hmm.
awareness about your organization.
Let
People
me
need to know.
ask, if people are interested in coming, what can they expect? From this type of summit. We have so many types of summits. So, what are they going to really gain from being in this space? Because it's always amazing, but we want the audience to know.
It is a networking opportunity through a
Hmm.
shared experience. You can go to networking events and pick up a bunch of cards and talk to maybe two people.
Yes.
You will sit at a table with 10 people. And through the shared experience of the speakers, we will have breakfast and lunch together
Hmm.
overlooking Tampa Bay. So you have the water element, beautiful Tampa Bay. You have speakers that maybe you have never heard of.
Hmm.
There are some known faces, and maybe they're only known in their circle. So I asked them to bring their circle, to bring their own cheering section.
Hmm.
We have music. Last time we had a fashion show during lunch, and I've asked somebody about some entertainment during lunch. I haven't confirmed that yet.
Okay.
And the opportunity to sit at a table with people that you may or may not know and talk about what you have experienced that day. Because you have breakfast in the morning and you have a little bit of time before the speakers get to the mic.
Hmm.
Get your breakfast, you sit down. If you're at a sponsored table, you may sit at a table that has reserved seating because you sponsored the table.
Hmm.
You and your organization or your friends or your business partners got a sponsored table, and or you may sit at a table with people that you don't know.
Hmm.
And someone gave me some feedback one time, and they said, well, I didn't know about these kind of people. And I said, well, they're in your community. I said, that's
Mm.
why. That's why
Right.
the Empowerment Summit, because it gives
Hmm.
you an opportunity to be with people that you may not even know. that collide with your business, and you can meet them. And when you get their names and numbers, you'll be able to now have a connection in a
Right.
way that you will never in any other networking experience.
Right. And in the networking event, the summit, I'm sorry, Empowerment Summit is going to be Saturday, April 20th,
April 10th,
2020,
Saturday, April 10th,
April 10th,
2027. Now, some people may be thinking
2027.
2027, that's a long way away. Well, let me tell you something. They're putting pumpkin spice stuff out. October is here. I know we haven't seen September, but September is going to run by. October is here because October 29th is my birthday. And before you know it, Christmas will be here and gone, and people will be putting together their receipts for their taxes.
Yes.
So, April 10th, 2027, we have 20 seats that are 50% off.
Wow. I
I
just
didn't
saw
used to
that
do that.
somewhere.
I didn't used to do that. But I decided this year I would make 20 seats 50% off. Go to Eventbrite,
Hmm.
April 10th, 2027. We're getting started early this year so that if organizations or people need to put the money aside
Hmm.
before they get through Christmas and everything else, they'll be able to do it.
Okay. So is there a deadline for the 20 tickets, the discount tickets? Is that
I
within the
had
next
it at the end
months?
of the year,
Okay.
and someone told me that I should move it. I have not moved it yet.
Okay. Okay. So by the right now it's until the end of the year. We don't want to wait. If you're going to get tickets that are half off between now and the end of the year, you definitely want to move swiftly and get that. It's only going to be 20, correct?
Yes, after those 20 are gone, they're gone. And here's what I want to tell you. This is a
Mm-hmm.
paradigm shifting event. And I want you to have a paradigm shift about what you invest in yourself and your business.
Mm-hmm.
Because I look around and I know things are going up. Gas is going up, rent is going up, everything is going up, and it's not coming down. That's one thing that I'm going to say. It's not coming down. However, if you want new people that you have vetted coming into your business door, whether you're looking for business partners, I found my I found mine walking the beach. She's all the way in Texas. So if you want new business partners, new
Mm-hmm.
people to do business with that you have already met, not people that are soliciting you, but people that you know are in a room, and it's a room that has a feeling,
Mm-hmm.
just like tea and conversation has a feeling.
Right.
It's about your gut. Let me talk about the gut for just a minute, Candy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a book called Blink, written by Malcolm Gladwell.
Can
This
I
book was
can,
written by
can
Malcolm Gladwell,
can I
and
stop you a
he
second?
talks about the gut feeling.
Can I can I interrupt you a second?
Yes, yes.
I think I have every one of his books.
Mm-hmm.
My favorites.
Mm-hmm.
My favorites. Go ahead. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
No, he's a great he listen, whatever his name is, he writes amazing books. You know, whatever his pedigree or I don't know all the things. But he's all the things. And blink is about, when you meet somebody and something in your stomach does a thing, either positive or negative. I don't talk about positive or negative. I just know that it is. Okay? So I meet a person, and within a couple of minutes of being with them, there's a thing. And he explains what the thing is. The thing is your brain remembering somebody that was like that you either had a good or a bad relationship with. So you will have the opportunity to quickly vet the people in the room. And there will be 30 plus people in the room.
I like that. What I like is it's going to be an interaction amongst everyone, because sometimes, when you go to these events, you're just sitting there and you're listening. It tends to get a little boring. So knowing that there's going to be some interaction, I really like that as well.
People talk about having fellowship with people. And if you look at this lineup, there's someone that comes from the faith community. There are two people that come from service community. Uh, uh, there's another person that comes from the business community. All of these people have businesses.
Mm-hmm.
All of them do. All of the speakers that are at the mic have businesses. So I encourage people who are in business to take a 1-day retreat, because I know
Mm.
what you guys do. You don't.
Mm.
You don't. You talk about it,
You
but you
talk
don't.
about it, but you don't.
Mhm. And everything that you go to is about business.
Yeah, if you go into it and it's still about business, it's not a vacation, it's not a retreat.
Mm-mm.
Yep,
Now,
so
this is an
true.
opportunity for you to get to know some people.
Right,
Yes, you'll walk away with business cards and blah, 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 but you will get to know them. The people on the
hmm,
stage, you'll get to learn part of their story.
right.
I will tell you that mm, mm, I'm not going to say anybody but the keynote speaker is a professional speaker. These are
Hmm.
people that have speaking experience, but are they paid to speak?
Hmm.
None of them are.
Yeah, right.
I know the top Toastmaster in the country. I know very high paid speakers. I know them intimately. I don't want those on my mic,
Hmm.
because those people are intimidating. Those people don't stay around. Those people, they come, they shake a few hands, they sell a few books, and they leave.
Hmm.
That's not the kind of event that the Empowerment Summit is.
What are the hours of the event?
It is from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
It is centrally located at Rocky Point. Rocky Point is by Benty Davis Beach. So people are coming from Tampa, people are coming from St. Petersburg, people are coming from the I-4 corridor, people are coming from Riverview, people are coming from Clearwater.
I love that. Great
So
spot.
I
Great
choose
location
that
as well.
location. The place that we used to have a storm damaged it and it's no longer there. So I chose a different hotel.
Right. Yeah, I love it. Is there anything else you want to add to our listening audience here at TN Conversation Live about this amazing empowerment summit that is coming April 10th, 2027? Because we definitely want everyone in the room, because it's going to be amazing, dynamic speakers, encouraging, motivating, and networking event. Anything else you would like to add?
I want to say this. If you have someone who is 18 or older
Mm-hmm.
in your circle, in your house, in your span of influence, buy a ticket for them too.
I like that. I like that. That is a great opportunity for our young people to be in an amazing space, which is very encouraging. And it is in April, coming up towards the summer again, too. So that empowerment piece would be amazing for our young people as well. So that's a great
Mhm,
idea.
mhm.
Mhm.
Candy Lowe, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be on Tea and Conversation in the virtual realm. I love that you have gone to this space. I love that you do this. Um,
Thank
I don't
you.
travel to Tampa very much. I used to spend many days in the room with you guys. And
Mhm.
let me tell you something. My heart still, all the people that I know because of being in the room and, the things that we've done together. I thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much.
You are absolutely welcome. And we love you in our city, both sides of the bay. And thank you so much. And I know this event is going to be amazing. You're welcome to come back once we get closer and talk about it, once the ticket sales start to roll in. Um, Anytime you're welcome back. And I look
Thank
forward to
you.
talking to you. Absolutely. I look forward to talking to you real soon. And that's going to do it for this episode of Tea and Conversation. We had an amazing talk, me and my good friend Margaret DeBellotte, about this amazing event that's coming up, the Empowerment Summit in April 2027. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Tea and Conversation Live. One love.
Ciao, ciao.
Peace.